All right, let's work on the index. Let's think about what a midpoint means. So we see that a midpoint is a point that divides one segment into two equal segments. So this one segment, AC, is divided into two equal segments, here, AB and BC, by its midpoint, B. As a result, we can say that AB is congruent to BC. So congruent means same size, same shape. So it's equal and then some. It is congruent, and this is the sign for congruency. Awesome. This also tells us that if we add AB plus BC, we get the total AC, and AB equals the entire thing AC minus BC. And I think there's one other thing that's important that we need to have here, which is that the entire thing, AC, equals 2 times AB. Because these are equal, so that to get the entire thing, I could just take half of it and multiply by 2. Well, that tells us that this amount is also equal to 2 times BC. All right, let's do a problem. The endpoints of AB are 4, -5, and -2, 7. Determine the midpoint, M, of segment AB. So, we need to practice using a formula so that we're ready to use it with more difficult numbers. On this one, you might be able to figure out that the midpoint is x equal 1, y equal 1, but we just need to show the math so that we're ready for harder problems. So the way we do this is the coordinate of the midpoint will have its x as the average of the x values from the endpoints. So here we're at b equal -2, and here we're at b equal +4. So if we add the -2 with the +4, and then take that answer and divide by 2, we get the average. So 4 plus -2 is 2, then 2 divided by 2 is 1. So the average between -2 and +4 is 1. And you see that down here. So this is 2 over 2, and this 2 over 2 is 1. We'll do the same thing with the y value. So what is the elevation, the height of this coordinate? It's 7 units high, and we have this coordinate, which is 5 units below the x-axis. So our y value, -5 plus 7, finding the average of these two. So here we have -5 plus 7 is 2, and then divide by 2, and again that's 1. This is the y value of the coordinate. So the midpoint, M, is 1, 1. Okay, verify that M is the midpoint of AB by finding the length of AM and the length of BM. So if we did this correctly, then when we find this length, it will be equal to this length. So first with AM, on AM we see a move down 6 and a move right 3. So again, we'll use Pythagorean theorem in order to figure out how long is this diagonal distance. So we'll have the diagonal squared equals 6 squared plus 3 squared equals 36 plus 49 equals 45. Now unlock that diagonal amount by taking the square root of both sides, and now we say that segment AM equals the square root of 45. Now go looking for duplicates when you factor 45, and you see that 45 is 9 times 5, 3 times 3 times 5, 3 can come out in front of the radical and 5 stays under the radical. So then we know that we did this correctly if we get the same distance for this second segment AM. And again, we see a move down 6 and right 3, so all the math is the same here, and we get 3 radical 5. Great job, Smarty Pants. I hope this is making sense.